Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. My name is Josh Lilquist, and Online Trading Academy, over 25 years teaching people just like you how to trade and invest with the financial markets. Now, anytime we talk about the financial markets, that is stocks, options, futures, Forex, whatever that soup du jour is, that can be your strategy, whether markets are going up, whether they're going down and sideways, but markets that give opportunity every single day, and every one of those assets give opportunity every single day. And we have investing classes to introduce you to those different techniques and strategies on the markets, whether you're looking for an income strategy or that longer-term wealth strategy, which would be IRA, 401k, which is your retirement strategies. If you want to see those investing classes, Al teach these, I teach these as well, and come in and check out how these markets work. If you're brand new or you've been trading for many years and looking for consistency, text the word investing to the number 210 for that investing class. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for that class. In this class, we're going to introduce you to those different markets, the income strategies, and those retirement strategies. Just text the word investing to the number 210. So, Al, in that last segment, I wanted you to inspire our listeners to do things differently, which would be get into the market and have a strategy, an actual strategy, based on whatever their goal or objective is. And we meet with a lot of people, and especially late, Al, I've been meeting with a lot of people that have never traded or invested before, and they want to get started, but they just don't know where to start. So they're coming to these investing classes to see, where do you start? How do you start? How do you open an account? What are some of the things you can do with them? Can you take your money out? We talked about that on the second segment. We also have a lot of people that have tried it before, but didn't necessarily know what they were doing, so they just quit.
Right.
So it was a negative experience, we'll call it, just because they just didn't know what to do. So when they come to these investing classes, we introduce you to the right places to start, the right places to open accounts, how to make smart decisions with multi-directional markets. So I want you to talk a little bit about, when you meet with people, what are some of the things that you help people, I guess, get over as far as things that slow people down or hold people back from getting in the markets? How do you help them get into the mindset to understand that, yes, you can do this yourself?
Yeah, what I like to do when I do these classes is ask people why they haven't taken this on before. Why have you not decided to trade and invest your own assets? And the answers we get are typically, I don't know how to do it. I don't understand the markets. I don't know what to do. It's just a lack of education, a lack of knowledge. And that's really what Wall Street loves. They don't want you to be educated. They don't want you to be able to do this on your own, because they want you to feel you need them in order for you to participate in the financial markets. That's why so many people have a 401k that they just put money into and they leave it there. They just basically put it on cruise control, thinking that the plan sponsor is going to do the right thing for them. Basically, they're not. They're just giving you some choices you can make, and then you make the choices.
Selling them funds.
Yeah, and so I think people need to understand the greatest investment you can make is in education. It's in knowledge, but not just getting the knowledge. It's knowing how to use it and when to use it. That's a skill-building part of what we do. But we talk about the fallacies, the things that people have been conditioned to believe. This is too hard for you to do. It takes too much money. It takes too much time. You need help. You need a professional to be able to do this. Those are all things that Wall Street needs you to believe for them to be successful.
And just to kind of stop you there for a second, you said it's too hard to do this. Well, it's hard if you haven't been educated on it and have been taught how to do that.
Yeah.
You mentioned it takes too much money. You talked about in the second segment, there's leveraged assets, which allow you to trade with less capital, but also time. It takes too much time. People just don't know the strategies where you can place your trades and walk away from them. The computer will execute that automatically, so the timing aspect, it doesn't matter. The computer can do that for you.
Right, and we'll cover all of those things in these classes. We have an education process that is built around what the public needs to be able to do this on their own, but in a way that is simplified. And too many people spend too much time trying to analyze what's going on. what's going to happen if the Fed doesn't raise rates again? What's going to happen if they raise rates? What's going to happen if North Korea shoots off another missile? All of those things. People spend way too much time trying to figure out what's going to happen or why something happened, and they miss all these opportunities. Let me get down to what's really important, and that's what we teach, which is what causes price of something to move. And that's the important thing. If you are investing in something, you want price to move a certain direction. If you're buying something, you want it to go up in value. If you are on the other side of the market where you're going to benefit if it goes down, something goes down, you want to know when something is going to go down. So it's when price is going to move, and then how far is the price going to go. Those are the two important components for any investment or trade. And that's part of really the heart of our core strategy is showing you how to do that. But it doesn't make any difference what you're trading or what your time frame is. You use the same steps. It's a rules-based process that if you follow that rules-based process, this takes the emotions as much as possible out of trading. You want this to be as objective as possible, not subjective. So you need to take your emotions out of it, and you need to just concentrate on the facts of what moves the price of something.
Yeah, and I think, you mentioned, a lot of people just don't know how to get started or don't know where to go. And a lot of that is because they just don't have the right tools. So, for example, if you're going to play golf, you're not going to want to go to the golf course with a pool cue. It's going to be very difficult.
It wouldn't make any difference the way I golf.
That's true. But hey, that's why you don't go, so that you stay away from it, right?
Right.
So what if you had the right tools in golf then? If you had the right clubs, you had the right training, you had the right coach guide you through that. That's the same example of the financial markets, Al. So why is it important to, or I guess what are some of the tools that we can introduce or just talk about here today? We can show them in the free class that people come into, but what are some of the tools that you might need?
Well, first of all, it's a strategy. You have to have an investment strategy. Otherwise, you're basically just guessing. You're throwing money at something and you're guessing. It's just like gambling. You might as well go to the casino and you have just as much luck, maybe more luck. So it's learning a strategy, and it's learning what the right assets are for you. Everybody's a little bit different as to where they are now and where they want to be in the future. What do you want your future to look like? 2 years, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and look at where you are now. There are assets and an investment strategy or investment path that is best for you. It may be totally different than somebody else. So we help you identify that. What are the assets that are available to trade? What are the tools that you can use to get better results and more protection on whatever the asset is or the strategy that you're using? What's available? And what happens if something changes in the economy? We're going through some huge changes, some things that are changing in ways that they never have in this world. And that's going to present other opportunities, new opportunities. How do you take advantage of those? Well, you need to have a source where people are keeping up with the education. They're keeping you abreast of what's happening in the economy and how that's going to impact the markets. That's what we do. We provide for our students ongoing education that is always upgraded. It's always concentrating on what's happening now and where the opportunities are. So it's hard to do that on your own. That's why so many people become students at the Online Trading Academy, is because we provide that for you.
Yeah, you kind of hit a couple good topics there, and we've been talking a little bit about people that haven't done it before, they never traded, and the reasons what hold them back. But also, we talk with a lot of people that have traded and didn't have the success they're hoping for, and this is how they started. Oh, I have $1,000 or maybe $5,000, and I worked hard for this money. I'm going to go put it in the market and just try it out and see what happens. I'm okay to lose this money. And they have that mindset where they're going in to fail, knowing they're going to fail, but they want to try it out just to see. And then when they lose their money, they go, oh, that was silly. Why would I do that? And then now they're back at square one. That is why we have these investing classes. Don't just put your hard-earned money into the market and just try it out. Hope it works. I mean, that's something you work sometimes 40, 50, 60 hours for per week.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. Your hard-earned money, and you're just going to try it out. Learn the skills and techniques to do that, but you have to have the right tools as well. And these investing classes that we do here locally, we introduce you to everything that we're talking about here today. Hopefully, we've been talking about some of these different things that can inspire you to do things differently. So if you want to come see these classes, I'll teach these. I teach these as well. We have these during the week and on the weekends, even in the evenings, so pretty much anybody can attend. Just text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this class. Text investing and come check out the financial markets, how they work, and how to make smart investing decisions. Text investing to the number 210. Al, you always have great tidbits of the day and great topics you talk about, but you also have good tips. Let's hear today's OTA tip of the week.
Well, why would somebody want to become a trader or investor? You know what? Here's the reason. No one can take care of us like we can. No one is going to devote as much time to our financial well-being as we can, and no one is going to be impacted by their financial situation as much as us and our families. So don't let this happen. Don't say, I need to talk it over with someone, and let somebody else's opinion and choices hold you back from pursuing your dreams.
I like that. And sometimes it's not intentional that they try to hold you back, but it's what happens. Well, why would you do that? Hey, I'm looking at playing the guitar. Why would you do that? You'll never learn how to play guitar. Well, why would they say that? It's because, not intentionally, but they just don't care.
They can't do it.
Right. So this is your future, your time. Spend that time, take a couple hours, and hopefully you and your family can have a better financial future. Come into one of these classes by texting the word investing to the number 210 for a free investing class locally here in Bloomington, Maple Grove, or Woodbury. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.